Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So recently someone asked me if and when do I plan to apply for a PhD program. Well, my first thought on that was, do I really need to study more? I mean, do I? But the actual reason that I haven't applied for a PhD program is because my GRE expired in 2019. Just to give you a bit of context, I took GRE in 2014. That's the year I completed my undergrad. And then a couple of years later, I went for my master's. So when I was graduating in 2018, I had thought that I will work for 1 year and then apply for a PhD. But, well, life happened and I never applied. And in 2019, my GRE expired, and since then, I've just been putting this off. So after putting it off for as long as I could, I've decided to take on this challenge. I asked myself, what would I need to do if I were to take GRE again? And I came up with a list of things, a roadmap of sorts. So I haven't registered for GRE yet, but when I do, this is the plan I will use. So I'm sharing it here with you, just in case if you're also looking for some guidance, maybe this will help you. So let's dive in. So let's first get the GRE basics out of the way. GRE has 3 sections: essay writing, quant section, and verbal section. If you want a detailed breakdown of each section and types of question in each section, then you should check out this video. It's going to show somewhere here, and I'm going to tag it up there as well. This will provide you all the details you need to know to get started with your preparation. Even though GRE has 3 sections, but for the purpose of this video, we will only talk about these 2 sections, verbal and quant. So I did a bit of research and I found out that GRE has changed a little bit, not in terms of its format, but with regards to the nature of questions. So I've been reading up on a lot of blogs from Scholarden, Magoosh, Manhattan Prep, and a lot of these blogs talk about how GRE quant section has become a little bit trickier. Questions are a tad bit harder than they used to be before, whereas verbal section has become a little easy. Well, I wouldn't call it easy, but the focus on GRE vocab has reduced a little bit. You still need to learn lots of words, but the focus has shifted from just knowing big words to understanding their meaning and context. So that way GRE verbal section has become a little easy to tackle. So for simplicity's sake, we'll keep it this way, that quant section has become a bit tricky and verbal section has become a little bit easy. And with that information, I'm going to lay out my step-by-step plan on how I will study for GRE if I were to take it now in 2021. Step number 1, before I do anything else, I'll take a diagnostic test. No matter how good or bad your GRE and verbal section preparation is, or how much you think you'll need to study, it's always important to know your baseline. So I'm going to take GRE diagnostic test. There are so many resources available online. I'm going to link a few in the description box below. But yeah, that's going to be my first step. Step number 2, I'll sign up for Scholarden's GRE mentorship program. It's a completely free program, and that way I'll get to talk to an actual person who can guide me through the entire process, because I'm sure even though I've taken GRE before, there are going to be a couple of things that I will need some refreshers on. So if it's a free program, why not sign up for it? Again, I'm going to add the link in the description box below. If you are also considering starting your GRE preparation, do consider signing up for this mentorship program. It's an excellent resource and it's completely free. Step number 3, I'll need to figure out a study plan. Nothing too detailed, but given that I have a full-time job, I need to figure out how much time I can actually dedicate to studying for GRE over the weekends and on weekdays. So realistically speaking, I can only study for 2 to 3 hours, and that too might be stretching it, but I can spare 2 to 3 hours. Alright, now that we're done with the basics, we come to step number 4, that is gathering resources. So I do have a couple of books from the last time I took GRE, but now that I'm planning to take it again, I think I would only want to invest in these resources. Given that I'm only sparing 3 hours every day, it will most likely take me at least 3 months, if not more, to study for GRE. So in that case, I would definitely invest in Scholarden's 3 months GRE resource package. It's very reasonably priced, and I've gone through their resources. It's pretty comprehensive for the price they charge, especially when I compare it to Magoosh and Manhattan. I don't think I would want to spend $200 plus on 1 month or 2 month subscription. So this seems like the best value for money. So if you're considering taking GRE, you should also look into Scholarden's resources. Also, there's a 20% discount available if you use our code BaignBaigum. Their 1 month subscription with our discount will come down to somewhere around $3,500, and their 3 month subscription will be $4,700. Those are pretty good prices. So this is something that I would definitely recommend that you should also check out. Now that I have my resources, step number 5, I will chalk out a more detailed study plan. So I know that I can spend 3 hours every day and I have my list of resources. So I'm going to break down my study plan accordingly. So out of 3 hours, I will spend 1.5 hours on verbal and 1.5 hours on quant. In this 1.5 hours, I'll devote 30 minutes to revising the concept, 30 minutes to practicing questions of the same concept that I have just revised to reinforce learning, and then 30 minutes on reviewing answers or whatever I've gotten wrong, or maybe if I attempted a question on guesswork, I'll go back and check that what concept I should have known to be able to properly attempt that question. I'll do exactly the same way with the other section. So for quant section preparation, I'll start off with easy questions. So I'll perhaps first do Manhattan 5-pound book questions, and then from there I'll move on to Scholarden questions. For verbal section, I think I would need to revise more on strategies. I'll use the ETS books to revise the strategies that I need to attempt the verbal section, and then I will move on to the videos. Scholarden videos are pretty good, and then from there on I'll practice questions from Manhattan 5-pound book for verbal section and from Scholarden's bank of questions. Alright guys, so that's the plan I have so far, and just having a rough plan is making me feel a lot better about taking GRE again. Let me know if you found it helpful. What are your thoughts on taking GRE? Are you planning to take GRE anytime soon? How do you feel about your preparation? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to read your comments. That's it from my end. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more videos.